like what you saying. Wrong. She get wicked. Yeah.
GMB TV, nigga. Yeah, like, come on, follow me. Let's see what we got.
They let so many shots out though. But right here, man, he was letting them motherfucker Draco loose. Yeah, he was trying to hit some shit, but
I would have run down the street behind that ass, that mother. Look. He's so bugging right now.
Why they handcuffing him though?
I don't know.
Cause he won't leave.
Stay.
Damn! It's grown man business.
It's grown man business.
Like Allen Iverson, I play to win. With so much ice, they think I played in a stadium. I let that easy money slide like an ATM. And now it's grown man business, about to touch them M's. Come again. Yizzo, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business. And listen, you could tap in or you could tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in, so let's get right into it. And yes, it's been confirmed. It's definitely confirmed that one of the shooters, one of the dudes that ran down on young Dolph and murdered him in broad daylight, actually took some bullets on his way out. He actually took a few of those Draco bullets on the way out. And you know what? He didn't survive the shots. He didn't survive the wounds that he took on the way out. So with that being said, another big salute. Much respect to the homie that was riding with Dolph and let those shots off. You feel what I'm saying? You know, it's a fucked up situation how Dolph went out. I gotta say that. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible. But I gotta be honest, man. I get some satisfaction knowing that one of those shooters, one of those guys that murdered young Dolph, actually lost his life in the process. You know, it's an eye for an eye. We in this together, son. Your beef is mine. You know, y'all youngins might not know about that, but it's real. It's an eye for an eye, man. You know what I'm saying? That's first and foremost. Again, big shout out to homie that was with Dolph. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's been confirmed as well that, you know, allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly, that was Dolph's blood brother, his blood brother. So that wasn't just a homie, that wasn't security. You feel what I'm saying? That was his blood brother. So he made sure to hit something. He made sure to hit something before y'all got away, and one of them guys lost their life in the process. Now, mind you, let's continue. Now, mind you, you know, I already told y'all in the last video, you feel me, a body had been dropped off at the hospital. Now, at that time, it wasn't confirmed if he came in shot already, if he was alive, then he died, or if he was dropped off dead, but it's been confirmed. Shout out to everybody in my DMs. You feel what I'm saying? I love the love, you know, and I love the fact that y'all feel that I'm somebody that could do something with it. You feel me? So everybody in the DMs, much love, but it's been confirmed. You know, they took that car to the bando, you know, and tried to get homie, you know, to see if he could live through these shots, if he could heal himself. They knew better. It's too hot. We can't take you to the hospital. They waiting for somebody to come to the hospital because blood was left in the parking lot and Dolph got killed inside the store. Whose blood is that? It gotta be one of the shooters, right? So him trying to, you know, thug it out, he lost his life. And the body that was dropped off that morning was a dead body. They literally pulled up to the hospital, pushed the dead body out, and pulled off. Now, mind you, you know, once the hospital gets the body and they figuring out like, damn, this dude has been dead for a day or so, they call the police. The police come to the hospital. They comb the cameras. They look through the tapes multiple times and they see that white Benz. And now, you know, we gonna find this white Benz. We gonna shut off all city limits. We gonna comb every street corner, every house until we find it. And they found the Benz. You feel what I'm saying? So my point of saying all that is to say, you know, it's on point. It's on point. Look at my face, man. Do I look stupid? Do I look like an idiot? You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm looking through the comments and it's a few things I'm about to address, right? And it's like, bro, what do you think this is? Look at me, man. All right, so
you know, here at Grown Man Business TV, we gonna go for multiple angles, right? But that's just, again, big shout out. Much respect to the shooter. Much respect to Dolph's homie or his blood brother that let those shots off. And before I get into another angle, you know, it just reminds me of Nip Hussle so much. You know, when Nipsey died, I wasn't doing the YouTube thing yet. I wasn't uploading videos. When Mo3 died, I wasn't uploading videos. I wasn't doing the YouTube thing yet. You feel me? And I just remember thinking to myself, like, damn, niggas let Nipsey Hussle get smoked like that. Dude shot him, ran off, came back, shot him, ran off, came back, shot him some more, then kicked him in his head, and nobody let off a shot. Nobody thought to try to tackle this nigga. Nobody did anything. Nobody even threw a rock at the nigga. You know what I mean? And to see young Dolph have somebody with him that's a stone cold shooter and got a good aim, a marksman. You know what I'm saying? I can appreciate that. And you know, and again, I get some satisfaction out of that. You know, when you do dirt like that, you gotta pay. And a lot of the times you're gonna pay with your life. You feel me? So let's get into another angle. You know, the whole conspiracy thing. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Empire Death Row. Because it's not just Empire Records anymore to me. They Empire Death Row Records. You feel what I'm saying? But it's no conspiracy. See, the thing is, a lot of you guys are sheep. And if you don't know, I'm going to tell you, sheep are led. They have a shepherd. Sheep, they pile up in bunches and they're led certain ways. You feel what I'm saying? And they just trust whoever's leading them. So when y'all hear the word conspiracy, it already throws the majority of y'all off. Oh, man, because y'all, you know, the sheep. It throws y'all, oh, man, he's a conspiracy theorist. Nah, this is real facts. Again, look at my face, man. You think I'm stupid? Now, let me break this insurance thing down to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been hearing a lot about that. I've been seeing a lot about that. I've been getting a lot of feedback about that. And, you know, it's looking like a lot of people is not all the way sold, or they not understanding. They're not comprehending. So I'm going to give you some game, right? So, yes, you guys are right. All artists that are under Empire Death Row Records have insurance taken out on them. All artists, for the most part, on any records, any distribution company, any of that you dealing business like that, they're going to take out insurance on you, right? First and foremost, a lot of these artists don't even know. It's just now coming out. They don't even know that they have these high number life insurance policies taken out on them. You know what I'm saying? It's in the fine print. You got to think a lot of these dudes wouldn't move a certain way if they knew somebody wasn't going to get $50 million if they died. I mean, you feel what I'm saying? So they don't even tell these artists. They put it in a fine print. And a lot of these artists definitely don't. We already know that. Look at Meek Mill and all these other artists with these bad deals. They not reading the fine print. That's first and foremost, right? So then the question is like, why would they do this? Or why would it be this way? Or why would it? Let me break it down for you. Let me break it down for you. You feel what I'm saying? Just hold on. Hold your horses, right? So all the artists have, you know, life insurance policies, right? But then you have something called high risk artists. High risk artists. What is that? These are the artists that are more likely to get into a beef. These are the artists that are more likely to get shot. These are the artists that are deep in the streets or have this thing going or have this beef going. And they're more likely to cash out or crash out, you know, or maybe let me rephrase that. They're more likely to crash out so the distribution company or the record label can cash out. That sounds better. Yeah. Crash out to cash out. You understand? Now, let me give you an example of these artists. Before, you know, I'm going to go back in the past so I can give you a broad example. 50 Cent. You guys know 50, right? So 50 was with Columbia Records before he got with Slim Shady. 50 got shot 9 times, right? We all know that. But what a lot of you don't know is after he got shot, Columbia Records dropped him off the label, stopped answering his calls, and deaded all business with 50 because he was too high risk. They couldn't make a solid investment into 50 Cent and then he go out and get himself killed, because how would they recoup on the investment? Now, like I said in the last video, you feel what I'm saying? They learned, you know, it's a trial and error. They began to learn how to profit off the death because it was so much likely for certain artists to face their death. Now, let's fast forward. You know, you got Mo3, right? You got King Von, right? And then you got Dolph. Let's just focus on them. Mo3, street nigga, beef all the time. said he's a hitter. He raps about hitting shit. He raps about things that he said he's done. You understand what I'm saying? He's a high-risk artist. Somebody's going to want to kill this dude. Let's make sure we take out a nice size policy on him, right? Vaughn, same thing. O-Block. You feel what I'm saying? We all know how that Chicago thing go. Drill music. He's more likely to catch a slug to the head. You understand? And we're going to get deep into this. But he's more likely to catch a slug. Let's make sure that policy is high. Dolph, I think just last year in North Carolina, had his sprinter shot up 100 times. Beef or not, whatever you want to call that, it was hit up 100 times. He's a high-risk artist. Take out the policy. You know what I'm saying? Once he crashes out, we'll cash out. That's what Empire, Death Row Records, and all distribution and whatever, that's what they all think. Now, let's slow it down. Like I said, with 50 Cent, they dropped him. But then what they realized, and then 50 went to Shady. Right? 50 went to Shady and made millions of dollars. Millions upon millions of dollars for Shady and Aftermath. Now you got to think, these record execs, these Jewish guys, right? They sitting back and they thinking like, damn, we just had a fucking gold mine in our hands. We let them go. We were scared. Now they get new high-end and high-risk artists. And they say, and they learned, okay, we not going to let these high-risk artists go. We not going to stop doing business with them. We going to continue to do business with them. We just going to take these policies out. They more likely to die, and we can cash out. Now, that's one angle. I just wanted to break that down to you on how it came about that these distribution companies and record labels are pulling the strings, and they know now to get these life insurance policies on all the artists. You understand? Especially high-risk artists. So that's one angle. And you know here at Grown Man Business TV, man, we're going to go for multiple different angles. So you say, you know, I've been hearing, you know, King Von was killed spontaneously. You know, Dolph, it was spontaneous. You know, Mo 3 was spontaneous. You know, you got to think, man, these guys at the top of the totem pole, these high execs, these, you know, the elites, you know, they think of all kind of wild schemes to get money. I'm talking about shit that you couldn't even fathom because you're not playing on that level. So the things that they'll do, you'll think it's so wild and crazy, you'd actually think to yourself, hell no, they'd never do that. Nobody would do that. Man, what? Nah, man, they'd never do that, man. I can't believe that shit. That's exactly what you would think because you're not a high-end exec. You're not an elite. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, right? So the extent that they'll go to cash in on these bags and recoup their investments are endless. Let me say that one more time. The extent that they'll go to recoup on their investment is endless. So now what you got to understand is, you know, say they give you your masters. They not making a whole shit ton of money off you. But if they can set something up, if they can pull some strings, if they can play Geppetto, if they could drop a bag here, drop a bag there, start a war, you understand? Or, you know, put some money in this dude's hand, put some money in this dude's hand, a big bag, you know, a big bag to the little niggas that's getting it, but small pennies to them. If they could get you to, you know, accept that bag and crash out, right? Then you can get the bag that you want, the 100K, the 1 million, whatever they put up. And they can cash out on 80 million, 60 million, 70 million in life insurance. And mind you, once they say it was a drive-by or it was, you know, senseless act of violence, everybody instantly says, oh, it's just some niggas killing each other, man. It is what it is. You know, niggas do that all the time. And it makes it very easy for the insurance companies to just have to cash out. Now, mind you, like I said in a couple videos back, you know, if you look back, Empire then cashed out on over 100 M's, you know, easy. XXX Tasashian, I'm sure he had a high, you know, he was a high-end artist. I'm sure he had a big insurance policy on him. He somehow gets robbed out of nowhere and shot in his neck. You know, do you think, you know, Mo 3, these dudes claim that they had beef with Mo 3 for sleeping with his baby mom. Have you ever seen anybody stop on the interstate, park their car, get out and do that? Have you ever seen that other than a movie? It's something bigger than what they giving, because again, the fall guys are exactly what they are, the fall guys. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't want to spend too much time, but I did want to break that down for y'all. High-end, high-risk artists. You feel me? And then you think about Empire. You know, they say, you know, that's another angle. So again, we're gonna get into multiple angles, right? So another angle is, you know, I've heard somebody say, you know, Empire Death Row Records or Empire Death Row Distribution, they just give everybody a chance. They give everybody a shot. You know, and you thinking like, oh, they just good guy. Nah, they're giving everybody that's high risk a good shot. Once you start being valuable to the company, then they can take out these life insurance policies on you. And the more valuable you are, the higher the life insurance policy is. You feel what I'm saying? It's a pleasure for me to be able to drop this game on you. I seen a comment where somebody was asking me like, yo, you know, you make so many points. You're on point and you make so many points, GMB. Do you think that maybe Empire take notice to you and then try to get, and you know, I had to think about that. I doubt it. I don't have a life insurance policy under them. It'd be nothing for them to do anything with me. You feel me? They're not going to cash in. And these dudes are capitalists. See, when you on a certain level with that paper, it gets so choppy. A lot of people don't really understand that because they've never touched 100,000. They've never spent 100K. They've never seen 1 million. You know, I understand it gets choppy, but you don't know how far these high-end and elites will go to cash in on 50, 60, 70 million dollars. You know, they'll take it as far as manipulating the situations and cashing in on death. Let me before I shoot out of here, because I don't want to stay too long. This is probably one of my longest videos. You feel what I'm saying? You know, when you look at the hip hop game, right? When you look at Empire, Death Row Records and Death Row Distribution, right? And all the other record labels and distribution in our culture, just our culture. Now, I don't want to say all music. I'm just talking about in hip hop, right? Does it never comes across your mind like why they sell so much death to us? Or, you know, drill music is the top form of hip hop right now. Drill music, where dudes are literally talking about drilling other men, killing them, rapping about it, and they don't get arrested. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, these Chicago dudes and whoever else is rapping about drill and talking about killing people, they don't get arrested. They actually get praised. Because first, what these people do, you know, the Jews and the people that run this music, run hip hop, right? They sell you death. They desensitize you when it comes to getting killed and getting shot and death. And then they manipulate situations where you guys are getting killed. Once you get killed, right? Yeah, you own your masters. You feel what I'm saying? You own your masters and your kids will eat off of that, right? But everything else, they got a hand in the pot. And I'm sure they probably got something written in fine print that if you get murked out, they get a piece of your masters or they get a piece of your streaming. I'm sure. You understand what I'm saying? So first thing they do, like I said, they sell you death through the music. All you hear rapping is death. Death and more. Murder, kill, death on a black man. You feel what I'm saying? That's what they sell you. And then they manipulate, then they take life insurance policies out on these same artists and they manipulate situations for them to get their ass killed. And a lot of the times they like them to be crucified in public. Now, mind you, if you fuck with grown man business, you already know how I give it up. That's a whole nother video where I'm going to explain to y'all how, you know, these artists and false prophets coincide with each other. These artists, these rap artists and false prophets, how it all coincides. And then you'll understand why these guys are being crucified in public. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I like to break this shit. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Young Dolph blood brother allegedly smoked one of the shooters. You already know how that is. You already know how it go. You feel what I'm saying? And Empire Death Row Records, Empire Death Row Distribution cashed out. They cashed out on XXX Tatiana, whatever his name is. They cashed out on his death. They cashed out on Dolph death. They cashed out on Mo 3's death. They cashed out on King Von's death. Over 100 M's. You know, do your research. You feel what I'm saying? So you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business. And listen, you can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. I suggest you tap into this grown man business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight raw, uncut, nothing stepped on. No preservatives, no extras. We ain't dressing nothing up. We ain't sugarcoating up. It's straight raw. Giving it to you straight raw. And it's probably the only place on YouTube you're going to find that straight raw, uncut. None of that extra shit. Know what I mean? None of that extra shit. And like I said, man, it's not a conspiracy. I don't do conspiracy theories. You feel me? I'm going to actually double back. Because like I said, when Nip got killed, I wasn't on YouTube. So I'm going to double back. And I'm going to give y'all some game on Nip. I'm going to rehash that. I'm going to refresh that. Maybe that'll get some niggas looking at what really happened to the homie. There's no way he get smoked out like that and niggas just let that ride. So I'm going to go back. Right? Since I'm on the YouTube now. Since I'm in these YouTube streets. You feel me? We only going up. You already know, constant elevation. We only going up. And I'm going to double back for Nip. Nip Hustle. And I'm going to give y'all some game on why he got smoked. How he got smoked. I'm going to open some eyes for y'all, man. You already know what time it is. It's your boy, Grown Man Business. You know you can tap in or you can tap out. But you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in, man. Gang.